Hello there. As always, Jesus is my personal Lord and Savior. Well, I hope you had a very great week. Today, I will be preparing fried yams with some shrimps and vegetable, and also I will also be having it with a little bit of brown rice. Well, first of all, I pray you had a very blessed week, and I hope you included Jesus in everything you did this week. Well, as you can see, first of all, I peeled my yam. Once I peeled the yam, I went ahead and cut it up. Now that I'm slicing it, I'm going to then wash it very well, and I'll be adding some water on my yams, enough water, and then I'll also add salt to the water, and I'll allow the yam to sit in the salt water as I heat my oil to fry it. Also, remember, when you are frying your yams, make sure to fry it on low heat because you want your yam to be crispy, and you also want it to be done. You want it crispy outside and mealy inside. You want your yam to be very mealy inside. So, as you can see, I'm adding my salt, and I'm going to let it sit in the salt water while I prepare my oil. And as I said, I'm frying my yam on very low heat. Once my oil is a little bit hot, you don't want your oil to be completely hot before putting your yams in because your yam is being soaked in salt water. And if the oil is too hot, believe me, you will get burned. So make sure your oil is not too hot when you put your yams in it. Next, I went ahead and washed my carrots. These carrots are from the garden. So um, these are carrots that we planted ourselves and it's from our garden. So first of all, peel my carrot, wash it very well, and I'm going to be splitting my carrots in half. Each carrot, I'm going to cut it into half. Okay. So I went back to check on my yams. You don't want to forget your yam because you don't want it to fry, to burn or over fry. Okay, so you have to keep washing it. So I turned my yams over and then went to split my carrots in half. So I'm going to divide each carrot into half. These are fresh organic carrots from our garden. So I went back to check on the yams, and look at that. You see, it's ready. It's crispy outside. You can see that it's not over fried. Took my yams out of the oil. I'm going to put the rest of the yams in the oil. And I went back to continue working on my carrots. So for my carrots, I'm going to season it with a little bit of salt. I'm not going to put a lot of salt, just a pinch of salt I'm going to season my carrots with. Look at how beautiful it looks. And these carrots are so sweet. Now after that, I cut up 1 onion and I cut up some hot pepper. Then next, I went ahead and opened a can of corned beef. So 1 can of corned beef, 1 big onions, and I used 3 hot red pepper. Now I'm slicing my beef. And I'm going to put that aside until I'm ready for it. I also went ahead and defrost my shrimp because I had these shrimps in the freezer. And then I went ahead and seasoned my shrimp. I used black pepper. I used seasoned oil. I used cayenne pepper to season my shrimp, you know. So you can use whatever you have, the seasonings that you have and the seasonings that you like the best. You can use them. When it comes to seasoning your food, always use what you are used to. So I'm going to use different spices on it, and I made sure to season it very well and let it sit in the season. Now I went back to fry my carrots. So look at that. Oh my God, these carrots are so delicious because they are organic, okay, from our garden. I did not buy these carrots, okay. So once the carrot is crispy outside, once it's fried, you go ahead and take it out of the oil, and then you add your shrimp to the oil, okay. Allow it to fry, and once it's done, go ahead and take it out of the oil. And always use a sifter so that your shrimp can drain all the excess oil out of it. Now I went ahead and added my onions and pepper to the oil. Allow it to fry till your onions begins to melt. Then I went and I seasoned it. I added my seasoning and my spices to my onions and pepper. That pepper is so hot. Okay, so as I told you before, I use for this I use dash, I use chicken bola, I use some salt, and then once it was fried, I went ahead and added my corned beef. Okay, so season your onions and pepper with the seasoning you love best. Added my corned beef, mix it well, and I also added some dried tomatoes, and then I added my broth. Okay, you can use either chicken broth, vegetable broth, meat broth, or you can use stock, whatever you have. So once I added that, I mixed it for a little bit. Once it was cooked, I put it in the bowl. Now there you have it. You see your shrimp, you got your fried carrots, you got your yams. So easy to make and so delicious. And there you have it, your corned beef stew to go with your yams and to go with my brown rice. I love rice. So there you have it. You don't have to make rice once you have the yams, but for me, I love rice, okay? So it's time to serve. I've added some yams to the plate. Added some carrots. Went ahead and added some shrimps. And I added my corned beef stew, my corned beef sauce to the plate. And this, you can have it just like that. You don't need to have rice, okay? Unless you are like me and you love rice. So I add a little bit of brown rice. And there you have it. This is so delicious. So you can try this recipe and let me know what you think about it. Please have a very blessed day and make sure to include Jesus in everything you do. Allow Him to lead you this week. And remember to love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Thanks for watching, and God bless. Bye.